Hi everybody, this is Christine Bertram and I'm coming to you live from the Hive in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin. I am a couple minutes tardy, you guys. The 5:30 really throws me off just a little bit because I feel like class is normally at 6, and so I hope that I didn't keep anybody waiting too long. So let's see. Oh man, there's the notification. You guys, if you want to change the notifications on your phone so that if you're in Facebook when I go live, you would get a banner at the top and all you have to do is click on it. And that is the thing that I wait for. Hi, Debbie Schultz. And then all of a sudden I click it and life is good and I'm in like Flynn. Hi, Carla Lake. Whew. So it was a busy Friday in the Hive. Every day seems to be a busy day in the Hive, it seems. Hi, Linda Hall. I'm in disbelief that by next week at this time, like a week from today, is about May 7th or May 6th. Hi, Marcia. Hi, Randy. Hi, Linda. Hi, Patsy. Woo! Happy Friday. Yay, we made it through the week. Hi, Amy. Hi, Karen. It just boggles my mind how fast time really flies, you guys, because on May 7th, it'll be 3 months since I did my leave of absence for a month. And then I did take my 4-week leave of absence and came back and put my notice in. And now it's been 2 months since March 7th, almost, right? Like almost. Linda Kester, I got your name. Yay. Hi, Donna Simmer. Hi, Betty Pyle. Hi, Gwen Petroshek. Hi, Patsy Roberts and Carol Schaefer. So Donna Simmer, if you're listening, I know you reached out to me last night via the live asking if I got your address. I don't know where you sent me your address. I did get Donna Schultz's address. Donna and Donna both won the Mystery Card Nights, the drawing for the month of April. And so Donna Schultz, your prize went in the mail today. So did Paula Rice. Hi, Cindy Rentry. Hi, Betty Pyle. Hi, Barbara Gabi and Mo Stites. So Donna Simmer, if you're watching, if you could email me or text me your address, that would be awesome. I don't know where you sent it. If you sent it and I looked and I searched your name in my email and I did not find it. Hi, Betty Ray. So, and that's about what I've got for you, Donna. So I know you're watching. Hi, Randy Schultz. Hi, Susan Pacheco. So we got a great night for you guys tonight. We're going to do the In Color Retirement Card class. And I'm excited to say, hi, Nora. I'm excited to say that I do have kits left of this class, you guys. Now, I do have a few, actually. When looking at the list here, there's about 7 left. So it's not like it's a hot commodity at this point. I did make extra. I wasn't sure how many to make. And I've found in the last few months, I've ended up having to make more after I forecasted, I should say under forecasted. So I didn't want to under forecast on this one. And I didn't under forecast on Flowering Fields last week either. I still have 2 left of Flowering Fields. So it makes me feel kind of good to say, well, I have a couple left, because then if anybody places an order, and hi, Jeannie Parker and Elaine Rebeck, and they don't like what's coming up, they could always pick a past class with an order that uses the host code. Always got to remember to put that host code on, guys, before you submit the order if you want a card class with me. If the host code isn't on there, you can call Stampin' Up! And have them add it, but if it isn't on there, then it doesn't qualify for a free class. So that's how that works. So I do have a few from April left, and then all of May is still available at this point. Mom and I worked on, hi Karen Ann, Mom and I worked on Let's Just Stamp for May, and we worked on the May monthly class and the catalog launch party. So it was a busy week of prepping this in the Hive. So I do have some announcements that I want to go over again. I have gone over these in the past, but it's getting to be a new catalog time, you guys, and I want to make sure I have all my ducks in a row for when I place my first order when the catalog goes live, because I always do expedited shipping on that order. And anybody who's signed up for a product share or the In Color Club or the DSP sampler, I want to make sure I order enough product so that it arrives, so that I can start working on that stuff by the end of next week. Hi, Lisa. So I am going to flip the camera down and share some things with you just as a recap. If you aren't certain of what something is, always reach out to me. Don't hesitate. Hi, Dawn Kursky. So for those also, side note, the customer swap, some of those have gone out in the mail today. Maybe about 5 or 6 out of the 15. And then some are ready for porch pickup. Some of yours I'm holding until I have something else to ship with it. So, because there's a class that's coming up. So I thought we could consolidate. So most of them went out, but there's like maybe 5 left that I'm holding. So Okay, let's flip down. First of all, I do have a Happy Mail card that I want to share with you. So this is from Sharon Davis. She has here a little fun fold. It opens like that, like nice, bright, cheery colors. So hi, Sharon Rush. I wanted to share that with you guys before I forget. I always like to share the Happy Mail. She used the Daisy Punch, and it's got a little belly band on it. And so that slides right on here. Bright, cheerful colors. Oh, yep, Elaine grabbed hers today already. You guys, my reminder is I'm going to share who won these cards from Flowering Fields last week. So those are the cards we did last Thursday. If you, in case anybody missed it, you could, oh, that little butterfly, I need to replace that yet. He fell off. He went flying away. In case anybody missed this class, you can catch the replay on how we made all these awesome cards featuring Flowering Fields. Thanks for sharing, Elaine, and everybody else that mentioned that they shared. I appreciate it. So we'll do that later tonight. This is the class we are doing tonight, the In Color Retirement class. So we'll be doing these in a second. But In Color Club, first announcement. I'm looking for one more. I think I have 9. I'm looking for a 10th person, so I will have 2 clubs. Hi, Latokia from South Carolina. Thanks for sharing, Carol. I appreciate it. I'm looking for one more person to join an In Color Club. And if I get more than that, then I'll look to start filling a second club. All the details for this, you guys, can be found on cardsbycrispy.com. If you go to the newsletter section on my website, I have this flyer. Hi, Feline and Anna Rebedu. I have this flyer. So it's really hard to read. I get that. Hi, thanks for sharing, Carla. It's on my website. You guys can download it. Basically, it's a 5-month club. And, oh, Feline wants to do it. Yay. Where's a pen? Oh, my gosh. Yay. Okay. So, and I don't know if a Susan Olson is watching. I need to make sure that Susan still wants in. Hi, Judy Jones from Australia. And I'm just waiting for a confirmation from Jamie Tafoya yet, too. But, Feline, I'll mark you down for this. If there's a certain color you want to start with, just let me know, because pretty much everybody else has said they don't really care what color they start with. Hi, Jody Storman. Basically, every month you'll get one of these colors with all of the stuff. And the stuff is, hi, Debbie Schultz. The stuff is an ink pad, a refill, the pack of cardstock, 8 sheets of designer paper, your 2 sheets of glimmer paper, 4 card bases and envelopes, a roll of ribbon, a roll of baker's twine, a stamping blend, and a marker. And it's $61 per month for porch pickup, $71 if you want it mailed in a priority envelope. And one of those months, you will be the hostess. So it goes May, June, July, August, September. One of the months, you'll be the hostess and get $25 in host credit. And you'll get a free pack of the In Color matte dots. Super cool. So give me 30 seconds, not even. I forgot to bring these over here. These are a little sneak peek of the In Colors, Starry Night, and then Orchid Oasis, Tahitian Tide, Parakeet Party, and Sweet Sorbet. If you guys didn't catch it, this is the catalog launch party, which is in 2 weeks from last night. It is May 12th via online or in person this Sunday. Yep, I can always add in with card kits, you betcha. And you guys, the one thing too about the In Color Club is if you're already getting other classes from me, what I will try to do is consolidate shipping as much as possible. And I always throw cash back in the envelope if I'm able to do that. So never worry about, oh, I've got like 5 card kits and I paid this much in shipping. I've given people between, I'd say $2 and $12 back on shipping, depending how many card kits they get. I don't feel like I need to make $25 on shipping. If it costs me, let's say $10 or $12, I give back some. So don't ever worry about the shipping, guys, if you're taking a lot of classes with me. And I think everybody who watches me that has gotten cash back will comment or say something that, yep, she gives cash back. My mom says, you don't have to do that. I'm like, yes, I don't feel right taking all this money for shipping. I don't do this for shipping, guys. So, yes, Carol, they are beautiful. How Kim made it awesome. Hi, Holly. All right, so you guys, just a little sneak peek. These are like the note cards, and there are envelopes. These are the envelopes we're talking about. So when you get the catalog launch party class with me, you'll get these 5 envelopes, and you'll end up with these 5 cards. So don't hesitate to sign up for this if you haven't done so yet. Hi, Deanna Stell. All right, so that's the In Colors. this is everything on the sheet. If you guys need this, just go to my website and you can find this copy, or just ask me if you need help. So thanks, Deanne. Hi, Sue Somerville. All right, so that's one announcement. And whoever is signed up by May 3rd, so I'm hoping by May 2nd, I know who's in the club and is that complete. I will get everything ordered for the first month on May 3rd. And then payments are always due the first of the month after that. So yay. All right, so that's one thing. I have a couple more things, just reminders, because it's getting to be the last weekend before the catalog launches and I want to start like planning my order. The product shares, you guys. So if you go to my website and go to the calendar of events for May 3rd, you will find everything for the product shares. Now, this is a product share from a year ago, but just to kind of give you an example, hi Denise, of what you would get in a product share from me is you would get a stack of paper. It's a 6x6 piece of like a sampling of all the designer paper, all the specialty papers, and this is last year, so these aren't the papers, right? So it's in the new catalog. There's embellishments, there's ribbon, you can get it all. You can pick and choose. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Francis. So you can pick and choose. There's pricing. It's all a la carte, you guys. So if you just want the papers, just get the papers. If you want embellishments, just the new ones, just get the new ones. If you want the new embellishments and the new ribbon and the papers, I have a little package deal. And also, if you get some of them, I'm offering free classes with them. So if you get like the product share that involves all the papers, you can pick out a free class for May or a past class that's available. If you pick out the papers with the new ribbons and the new embellishments, that also qualifies for a free class. And I had somebody who got the kit and caboodle, got everything, all 6 a la carte options. With that, you get to pick out 2 free classes, and that's how I was working that. So product share, if you're interested, please let me know. We'll get you signed up for that. The DSP sampler has been a hot commodity, you guys. I am blown away. I usually make 24, of which 1 I keep for myself. Hi, Kay. Because it's hard to make just 25. Like, the number works good with 12s for the DSP sampler. You guys, I'm at 34 right now. So I'm planning for 36. But if a few more people sign up, I'm not going to cap it at the moment, because we've cut enough of those little, my Aunt Karen and my cousin Kelly, they got their Cricut to work, and they have been cutting those little, I'll show you. They've been cutting these little guys for 12 hours they cut, and they have enough cut that I could probably accommodate about 42. Hi, Karen Cotton. 42 DSP samplers. So I'm not going to cap it at 36, even though that's what I have in my head, but I do need to know, hopefully by Monday, who wants this or who doesn't, and then I'll make a certain amount for sure. And then if I end up having 1 extra, it's like a kit, you guys. You get all the white paper, you get all the DSP swatches, and you get all the little cardstock colors. I include the name of the color on the side, and the thing that we're changing for the next one going forward is we're going to put the name of the catalog on each sheet. Hi, Gwen. Hi, Nancy Charles. And so sometimes, depending on how the paper is, you'll get little strips like this if it's 12 by 12. This one was a 4 by 6, and so they were 2 by 2s. But they'll either look like that or like this. You guys, this is great if you're a demonstrator who does classes and your customers want to see what the paper looks like. If you're an avid stamper, Stampin' Up! Stamper that just wants to be able to see what comes, and when you're designing cards, oh my God, oh, that would go with that, or this goes with this. It's just a great resource or tool to have. So enough on that. If you're interested in it, that is on my calendar of events for May 2nd. Okay, so May 2nd is the DSP sampler. May 3rd is the product share. The In Color Club is a PDF flyer in my newsletter section. Okay. You guys, the MS benefit is tomorrow. Woohoo! Lots of preparations have been made for the MS benefit. I am so excited. We had the highest number ever sign up for the MS benefit. Hi, Kathy Groves. We have 44, and we're full. We made 44 kits. We have 44 people signed up, including Laura Sullivan. So, Laura, I needed to get back to you yet to let you know that you're in like Flynn on that one. You were the last one. Basically, the event is tomorrow. We have 2 sessions because we're doing it here in the Hive. We have a morning session from 9 to noon and an afternoon from noon to 3. And so people could sign up for the morning or afternoon. We have 26 people that are getting their cards made for them. So they aren't going to be able to attend in person. So they still made the donation and they're going to get completed made up cards, which is awesome. So I have a team that's coming here. Hi, Deb. I have a team that's going to be here, about 5 people that are going to work on assembly, because you know what? Cheryl, Judy, and Barb came on Wednesday and they helped get everything kitted up, everything ready, and they even got everything stamped ahead of time for the people that can't make it. So tomorrow we just have to really, and they assembled one of the cards times 26. So there's only like 100 cards left to assemble. So we are so ahead of the game. Bonnie's already got the raffle baskets set up in the counter in the mudroom. We have about 18 raffle baskets, and I wanted to put it out there to everybody who's watching that just because you're not here doesn't mean you can't get in on the raffle. It's all 100% proceeds for the raffle go to the MS Foundation. For the cards, hi Cheryl Stewart, for the cards it was a $25 donation, of which 5 stays to cover the cost of the materials, and then 20 is what got donated. But for the raffle, so let's say you buy $15 or $20 worth of raffle tickets, all that goes straight to the National MS Foundation. And all the prizes are, I think, reasonable for mailing. So what I'm going to do tomorrow with Bonnie, we're going to go through and start and do a Facebook Live showing everybody what is included in the raffle. And then if you guys want to get in, hi Carmen, if anybody wants to get in on the raffle, you can send me a check for the raffle tickets. You can PayPal me, friends and family, Venmo, Zelle, Cash App, Facebook Pay, however money can be sent electronically. You can get in on the raffle. So it's so exciting. I think last year we raised about, not last year, what are we in? We're in April, in October. So yes, it was last year. We do this every 6 months. And so last October we raised about $1,700, which was awesome. Hi, Louise Powers. So it's a great fundraiser. We have a great time. It's about camaraderie and community and supporting a good cause. My sister-in-law was diagnosed with MS. Carla on the team, the Be Happy Stampers, and Cheryl on the team both have MS. So it's near and dear to our hearts. So Feline, what we're trying to do is be live between 8:20 and 8:30 Central. My goal is to be live and be done with the live by 8:45, because I have my team of assemblers coming at 8:45, and then people will start showing up by 9. So I have a window there, and it'll take a little time to get through it. Renee said, did I make the MS card special? I'm thinking I'm probably late. Yes, I don't think, Renee, you sent me a registration or payment for it. So we are full at this moment. So there is really only my set of sample cards that I would be willing to sell. But I think Bonnie might want them because she did all the fundraising, or, getting all the fundraiser baskets. So I have to check with her first. So I can't commit any cards, and I think everybody's pretty much paid for them. So so I will also be sending an email out, I hope, to my entire group of my whole community that I send emails to, just talking about the MS benefit too, and just sending a reminder how much tickets are. So yes, okay, so that's, I think, what I had on my list to talk to you guys about. I just wanted to get all of that out there before we get started. I know I jibber jabber, but you know what? It's a great cause. And if I don't say this stuff sometimes in the beginning and wait till the end, then you guys might miss it. And then you ask me later, what's this all about? Did I get my phone dried out? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was a lucky duck. What happened before, so if you guys don't know, I was walking through my garage for my house. It's like all one. I was walking and I was carrying a glass of water without a cover. I am over 2, so it didn't have a cover on it. I should have made it a sippy cup because I don't know how to walk and hold water in a cup at the same time. And I put my phone in my pocket and it splashed and some water went into the charging port, right? So I'm like, that's not good. So I went to plug it in, and that's when I realized that it was wet inside there. And so I kind of tapped it out. I took it over to the side where I had my heat tool, tried to heat it up a little bit. And when I went to plug it in later with you guys during the live, I think that there was still wetness inside my charger from when I tried to plug it in earlier. So I'm like, get it out of there right away. So I went inside the house and used my charger from in the house. And luckily, I plugged it in and it started charging. And I'm like, whoosh. Okay, so here you guys, my advice to you. And I've been following it all day. Let's see how long I follow it for. But I put my phone in my front pocket a lot when I'm wearing like just black kind of yoga pants, or when I have my just everyday pants on, or, just, or even your back pocket. I would recommend putting your cell phone upside down. So the charging port is facing down versus facing up. Because if it is facing up and you're walking in the rain, or if you're walking somewhere and all of a sudden a little splash of water gets in there, it will mess it up. So all day today, I've made a conscious effort to put my phone in upside down, which is not normal because you're holding it in your hand and you want to put it down. I just heed my warning. I'm very happy it's working too, because the last thing I needed to do was spend more time trying to find my docking station. I have one of those where you can just set your phone and it charges, but I have no idea where it is. So, all right. But thank you for asking. Life was good last night. It did delay me for maybe an hour to get like my phone up and running again, but I'm so happy that it was working. So yay. All right. Are you guys ready to stamp? We're going to do the in color class. Just a side note too, I think that the 2 paper pumpkins that I had extra for April may be gone. I know one is gone for sure, and I'm waiting for a second person to hear back from me. So I may or may not have a second paper pumpkin, but if I end up with an extra paper pumpkin throughout the next week or so, I will let you guys know in case anybody's still looking for an April pumpkin. So yes, good tip, Latokia. Should that be a tip Tuesday? This is a good tip. And I should have learned my lesson, because when my brother and Tyler and I went to Hawaii last year for the incentive trip, we went into the underground caverns on the Big Island, and my brother's phone was in his pocket with the charging port facing up, and from the cavern top, a little drip of water came, and it landed directly, would you believe it, directly into his phone. And he has had problems ever since. And so, hi, Sandy Wicklander. So lesson learned twice now, okay? All right, you guys. So we have the in color card class today, and I had this card class live in the hive, in the flesh here in the hive on Wednesday night. We had 14 people that did these 5 cards, and you'd be amazed that luckily I had 3 stamp sets. So I had 2 people on my team, Naughty Nancy and Dawn Funk, brought their stamp set. So we weren't all waiting for the same stamps. Like we were waiting, but we kept it rolling. 14 people in person made all of these cards in 2 hours, including with me jibber jabbering in the beginning for 15 minutes. So we rocked and rolled it. So I'm super excited, because I think that we're going to get through these cards pretty quick tonight too, because it's basically the same card, just using all the different in colors. And I did pick a stamp set that I had never used before. It's called In Symmetry. Unfortunately, this stamp set is no longer available in English, but I did check a couple days ago and it's still in French. So if you like the focal images, you can get it, and just know that the 4 stamps that are sentiments would be in French. And I've done that before. I've had customers do that as well, as where they found like the Hippo and Friends dies. The dies were still there, but the English version of the stamps are gone, but you still get the focal images if you buy the French set. So that works. Okay, so in color class tonight, I'm going to do roll call, see who's all here. Sandy Wicklander, who just said howdy, Angela Knutson, Jeannie Parker, Barbara Moynan, Mo Stites, Barbara Barco, Jean Maxwell, Deanna Stell, Becky Gandolfo, Barbara Godby, Doris Munson, Sue Somerville, Leslie McMinn, Debbie Schultz with a DT, Lynn Beasley, Carla Lake, D. Serena, Faye Godby, Mary Carls, Ellen Brover, Jamie Collins, Karen Cotton, Amy Ponce, Janet Wright, Pat Mater, Patsy Roberts, Shirley Malarkey, Latokia Trick, Kim Cronauer, Amanda Reyes. I think this is Amanda's, last night would have been Amanda. Amanda's just a newbie. She's Jeannie Parker's niece, and I think Jeannie got the itch. Amanda got the itch, so she's done 2 classes. Her first 2 classes with me were last night and tonight. Yay! And Robin Spillman, this is Robin's first class with me tonight too. Robin doesn't even have her cards yet. She just got the class this week, and I got to get them in the mail to her tomorrow. So, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have 8 spots left. So I believe I have 8 card kits or sets of kits left. So in case anybody feels like they would like these after I'm done, just reach out to me. If you want to place an order to get them for free, it's a minimum $45 order with the host code, or I believe this class was $25 mailed because it was 5 cards. So Cool beans and bagels. I think that's it for roll. We will do, oh man, I never put numbers. We'll do a door prize at the end of class to for people who place orders. I'll have to number everybody. I'll do that later though. So, yes. Hi, Melanie Foy. Are you guys ready to stamp? Let's see. I think I am ready. I hope I am. I mean, it's so easy when I do an in-person class first because everything's pretty much all ready to go. I just got to bring it over here. And you just got a card from Amanda and it was beautiful. Yay! Isn't it awesome when you can help teach somebody about this hobby or love that we call stamping and help somebody else get the itch, right? So, all right, you guys, let's flip down. I'm so excited. I think it was my cousin Kelly who helps me out, gave me the idea. You guys, look at this. Hi, Linda Bailey. I laminated this. Isn't that cool? And I have a wet erase marker, and so I'll never have to reprint another one of these again. I'm super excited, and all I have to do is delete that or wipe it off with a baby wipe, and good to go. Saving paper. Woohoo! If you noticed, that looks different. Okay, so this is the set I was just talking to you guys about. It's called In Symmetry. And we're going to be using some of these stamps for our cards. The other one I did pull in because not everybody was super excited about Hey Friend. So I've got Hey Friend on there. Lori Kaiser loved it because these are the kind of cards that she can send out to anybody for any reason that's a friend, right? So I did mine all with Hey Friend. But in class, I brought in Thank You and Happy Birthday from Pansy Patch. So people loved that. So these two fit in this little guy really neatly here, just perfectly. And so just so you know, I'm going to do all of mine with thank you tonight because these 5 cards are going to be, hi Marilyn Skorker, these 5 cards are going to be prizes for people in the future. So I'm going to make them all thank you cards so I can send a little thank you note to people who watch me. So just know that that's where I pulled in the thank you from. But Happy Birthday fits in there perfect too. So that's Pansy Patch. All right, so let's set them over here and bring in the cards here. So you guys, this is my ode, my farewell to my in colors of 2020 to 2022. Cinnamons of the Ciders, Just Shades, the Misty Moonlights are our favorite bumblebees. Not my favorite, but I love bumblebees, right? Because it's about the hive. And then the Magenta Madness. And so these 5 colors are going out. And if you noticed earlier, I did bring these in. They are being replaced with Parakeet Party, Tahitian Tide, Orchid Oasis, Starry Night, and Sweet Sorbet. So I would have to say that of all these 5 colors, my most sad one that I'm going to be seeing going is the Misty Moonlight. I used Misty Moonlight a lot over the last 2 years. I do love the Just Jade and the Bumblebee. The Magenta, I'll be honest with you, I could take it or leave it because they have Melon Mambo and Polished Pink that are very similar. And this one was more neon-y to me, so I didn't use Magenta a lot. Cider grew on me. I wasn't a big fan in the beginning, but then when they had the Safari, oh, this card right here. Oh, I'm going to bring it out, guys. Oh, yeah, where is it? This one. When the tiger came out, I was all over the cinnamon cider. So compliments to Cheryl Taylor. This was inspired by her. So Holly, Misty Moonlight, Latokia, Misty Moonlight. Yeah, like when I asked people in my newsletter question a couple months ago what color they were going to miss the most, the color was Misty Moonlight was the top one. I don't know, maybe one for this. Just Jade had a bunch, Cinnamon Cider had a bunch, and Bumblebee had a bunch. But Misty Moonlight was by far the most. And, you know, Starry Night is similar, but this one was just a soft, nice, versatile blue. So, oh, yeah. So, Feline, you know what? Could be Misty Moonlight or could be Magenta Madness. So, hi, Becky Gandolfo. I learned that I could not use the 2 first initials for the colors because people didn't know what I was talking about. So that's how it goes. So, all right. So these are the cards we're going to work on tonight. And so mine would have to be either Bumblebee or Misty. Ha. That's what Patsy Roberts just said. Misty Moonlight or Bumblebee. Yeah, they're so pretty. These 3 were my favorite. So what you guys have in your kit, just so you know, for all the people that I read off roll call for, you guys will have in your envelope or package from me, you got 5 envelopes. 4 of them are white and 1 is the vanilla. So with, Feline doesn't like magenta. So I was guessing you liked Misty Moonlight. With the cinnamon cider, I felt like a cream vanilla base went better with it than white. And then with that too, this one got switched up to have vanilla lace ribbon on here. And so in your vanilla kit, you guys are gonna have the vanilla lace in it. In one of your card kits will contain all of your gems, okay? So the in color gems, you will either have 2 big and a small for each color, or the opposite, 2 small and 1 big. So that's how it worked, because it kept it all even. And just know it's in one of the card kits. And I honestly, somebody who has their card kits in front of them can tell which card kit it was. I don't remember. These got kitted up about 3 weeks ago, you guys. So just know that all your gems are in one. Now your ribbon, the silver ribbon, you guys, it's all on one piece. They're not in your card kits. And you got a piece that was the equivalent of maybe 22 inches. Instead of having my mom cut them at a section, you know, 1 per card and putting them in each, what we did is we cut enough that you're going to have to take it and you're going to have to cut it at about 5 1/4 inches, 5 to 5 1/4. It doesn't have to be exact. They just have like a raw edge on the end here. So just know you have your ribbon and it's folded up. This one was a short piece, but this is kind of how it looks, and it was kind of tucked in between your envelope. So not that you think you're missing it. Check back in your envelope. Perhaps it stayed back there if anybody's missing it. It's not in your envelope, okay? So just a side note on that. This metallic silver mesh is actually carrying over to the new annual catalog, which is awesome. The vanilla lace, I believe, is not, okay? So we have here a lot of similar stamping. So instead of doing one stamp, like stamping one thing and then assembly, what I'm planning to do with you guys tonight, hi Vicky, hi Philly, what I'm planning to do with you guys tonight is we're just gonna stamp everything. And if you notice here, these two both use pink flowers. All of them have green leaves. I just could not do, hi Joan Gordon, I could not do a green top, right? That did not make any sense to me. It's awesome that these colors went so nicely together. So all of them have the jade bottoms, but we have 2 here that are yellow, the bumblebee tops, and 1 misty. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get out, so you guys have 5 different envelopes. I didn't do that for my kit here. I just put everything in one envelope and I called it good. So what I'm gonna do, and this may be what you wanna do too. See, I have my gems all scattered. So you guys will have, just so you know, for your gems, you'll have a strip of a strip with 2 of each one, and then you'll have 5 loosey-gooseys. Let's see here. So they're not in there. They're in here somewhere. They are, here's one. And there's gonna be one more guy floating around. I'll just keep my eyes open. So that's kind of what you've got going on for your gems, you guys. So you'll have 1 strip and then loose ones in your envelope, in one of them. So what you guys might do along with me is just grab out your pieces and let's just make some piles. The designer series paper, and at this point, you guys, I don't know what is in and what is out. Some of this stuff is already out of stock. I know that, and that's okay. Just know if you're ever uncertain and you need to know, just go to the stampinup.com website and you can always check the inventory there. All of your mats here are embossed with the painted texture embossing folder. If you guys saw my live not too long ago, or my Tip Tuesday, I went over embossing folders. This painted one is one of my favorites. So we're gonna set piles here. So we're gonna have a white base over here. I'm gonna put my ribbon there. So we got a white one. I'm gonna set this there. Thanks for sharing, Joan. I'm gonna set these guys here. You guys, this is a good one to make sure you have enough space to work with. And then we'll set this here. Look at that there, there, and then these guys go together. So I'm just off to the side here getting everything situated. All right, and then another mesh. So what you can do is at some point, you're gonna need to cut your mesh into quarters. So you could fold it in half and then fold it in half, or however you wanna do it, that works best for you. You basically need about 5 1/4 inches. One of these is a magenta, you guys. So this little die comes from Hippo and Friends. It's the smallest one of that die. And what happens is you're gonna have 5 that are colored cardstock and 5 that are either white vanilla. 1 vanilla, 4 white. Okay, so this is the cider with the vanilla. I still gotta find a gem in here somewhere. I'm pretty sure I should have it here. So and then I'm gonna set my ribbons all together over here. And I did not find the gem. So I'll have to locate a gem. I could have sworn I had all 4 in there, or I mean 5. But anyways, so let's see here. This can go over here. And because these are photopolymer stamps, you're gonna want to use a piercing mat. And we're gonna get our nice new clean chamois out. All right, I am gonna start with the bumblebee. Hi, Brenda Lee from Ontario. I am gonna start with the bumblebee. And we're gonna do the big flowers on all of them first. So, yeah, I'm sad the hippo dyes are retiring too. Hi, Jean Terwilliger. Okay, so yellow is going, or the bumblebee is white. Hi, Doris Monson. We're just getting started with our stamping. So we're gonna start with the big flower first. And I've got 2 bumblebees. One is a vanilla and one is a white. And I'm gonna like that. So with this stamp, it's a pretty solid stamp. So you want to make sure you get it inked up really nice and even, and you want to let it marinate on the paper nicely. I'm starting with my flower because I know it's about 1/4 of an inch from the top, and let it just transfer, let that ink transfer to the paper. Hi, Gail Weirson. Okay, so there we've got our bumblebee on the white, and we're gonna do the bumblebee on the yellow. So I'm going to get a little scrap paper here to stamp off, and we'll clean that in a second. But as long as I have the bumblebee paper or ink pad open, I'm gonna also do my bumblebee on the inside. So you guys didn't see in my, so I sent the PDF, I was tardy. You guys, the PDF tutorial went out to you guys yesterday around noon. But I don't generally take pictures of the insides when they're normal A2 cards. If they're fun folds, I will. But there's just a little flower on the inside. I'm gonna go like that on one of them, so the vanilla one. And then we're also gonna do a white one. And then I think we can officially be done with bumblebee, the flight of the bumblebee. So we're gonna put that at the bottom. And now we can go ahead and clean. I was almost tempted to take it over to the sink and clean it out. So we didn't have what happened last night with our pink tree that should have been white. But I did start with the bumblebee, which is the lightest color first. All right, so that's bumblebee. Then we need to do one in Misty Moonlight. So you're gonna take one of the other white mats here and do our, sometimes I can look at the stamp and see how inked up it is, if it's nice or not. Sometimes it looks darker or lighter in certain areas, and I'll go back and just ink it up again. Hi, Carol Lee Crab. So I can tell that this ink pad was used a lot. I got a little bit of an ombre effect where it's a little lighter and darker. So I can either re-ink, or I might go to a different section of my ink pad, because generally people are drawn to the middle. And when I had everybody here the other night, this was getting used up a lot. So I think what I'm going to do is show you guys how to re-ink an ink pad. I have done a Tip Tuesday on this, so if you ever want to see this in a Tip Tuesday, you can definitely catch it that way. But I want to get a nice crisp image here. And I probably won't be using this Misty Moonlight ink pad very much, but you know what? Let's make it good while we can. Hi, Brenda Lovelace. So that is the re-inker bottle that you can get. And I take a spoon and I just spread this out. Did anyone else lose the connection? I am watching right now, Karen, and I am watching myself, which is amazing. So I didn't lose the connection, which is awesome. I would have been like, oh man, not again. So you guys, that's how I ink an ink pad. So let's just see once, put the spoon over yonder here. Let's just see once if that makes a difference. And now there's a hair, not a hair, but a fuzz. Oh, Doris said the video is good for her too, Karen. All right. Let's see if that helps a little bit. See the difference, okay? Versus, you can see it's lighter in spots, so re-inking that helped. So Patsy says she's good too. Okay, so we're not done with that because we need to do another inside. So grab one more of our white bases and we're gonna stamp the inside of this guy. I'm guessing kinda. My stem is this tall, so I'm kinda guessing. I'm hoping that I'm not going up too high. Otherwise I will have floating flowers. So there's that. That's it for my Misty Moonlight. And Randy's good as well. So it sounds like you might have to disconnect or reconnect your Facebook or your phone, Karen, or use a different device. Maybe that has something to do with it too. All right, so stamp off and get this guy cleaned up before we go to our magenta that is mad that it's being retired. All right, so come back over here. Now we have two that are magenta. So let's see how this ink pad does compared to the blue one. So, oh, that looks good actually. Very nice, very nice. So magenta, the ink pad here did not get used very much, so that's probably why it still stamps pretty good. Oh, that's very bright and cheerful. All right, so we're not done yet though because we need to grab, yeah, when you freshly re-ink a pad, when it's dry, it makes all the difference in the world. Let's see here. I'm gonna do this side. So we're gonna grab the magenta and put that there. Now you guys, if you were doing your envelopes now, I would recommend you would have done your envelopes at the same time. This little flower is adorable, putting that on your envelope. So let's see here. We have something else that is stamped in the magenta, and I'm going to, because now I was going to do jade next, but there is one sentiment here that is in magenta. So as long as I've got the magenta open, we're going to do one of the thank yous. So you guys, whatever sentiments you guys have, if you don't have this flower set, for those that got the class or who didn't want to get the class for me because you didn't get the stamp set, any other thing that would fit on this square would be great for this. So just know if you want some card kits that are already kind of ready to go, all you got to do is figure out what you want to stamp on this mat right here. These would be good to do. All right, so that little guy's done. And now we're going to clean these up so they are done. And we're going to move on to our Just Jade. And clean these up good because they're going to be put away and probably not used for a while. All right, so that's clean. All right, so we got 4 tags here, or 4 labels, however you want to call them. Let's see how our jade is, because jade was definitely used a lot. So we're going to, you know what, just going to practice. And because I feel like the same scenario is going to happen, you guys get to see me do it again in case you missed it. Because, oh man, I got ink on me. You used Daffodil Daydream. Oh, that's perfect, Jeannie Parker. Thank you. Does anybody else have anything else that they're using? Because you don't potentially have the Insymmetry. Hi, Julie Bierschbach. Jeannie said she used the Daffodil Daydream. Patsy, can you tell us the size mat for the flower? Yeah, I think it was 2.5 by 3.5. And then, you guys, I don't know if you can see this, but it's a little bit lighter in the middle, and then it's darker around the edges. That's because as people use ink pads, they are generally drawn to the middle. And so it's nice to, oh, I gotta clean off my spoon, hang on. So then the outside ends up inked up, and then the inside needs the re-inking. So we're gonna, the spoon is gonna help massage the ink around so it doesn't look so streaky. If you've ever not done this and you've just went to go re-ink it up, you're gonna see lines on your stamp, actually. Okay, so yay, we're gonna have a good just jade pad here now. All right, so I'm curious, how many of you guys have never re-inked one of your ink pads? You know, if it's just you using your stamps, hi Mary Hernke, if it's just you using your stamps, you might never really do that. Oh, sending smiles would be perfect. Yes, yes, there's this flower. That would be so pretty in there, you betcha. This is a great set, that like set of cards. If you don't have in symmetry, you could have used almost anything that is floral. It might not even have to be florally. Her visit went too fast. Yes, Debbie Schultz. It always goes too fast. I hope you enjoyed your time with your daughter. I know you did. I shouldn't say I hope you did. I know you did. And hopefully you guys will see each other again soon. All right, so we've got all of our thank yous. It's a perfect little thank you for inside that Hippo and Friends stamp die. All right, next, let's grab our stem. So there's a stem in the in symmetry, and you just gonna connect it to it. So we're gonna set these. We're gonna do all 5 of these. This is why I love photopolymer stamps. There's no guessing. You can kind of pretty much see where it needs to go. So we're gonna stamp all of our stems here. And then we'll move these bases out of the way, and we're gonna go straight to these. So line that up again. And there's, I'm gonna sneeze, guys. Whew. I could feel it coming and then it didn't come. Whew. Okay, tickly nose. Okay, so there's this little little divot up, and that's kind of where the stem fits in. So we're gonna do that one, and then these 3. Right there. Do this guy. And this one. All right, that should be it for your stem. Oh, Jamie really likes this flower. Yeah, it's different. I had never used this stamp set until this class, and I thought, okay, we gotta use it. All right, so now there's a big leaf set, and it's so awesome to line this up. You just gotta get it so that the middle kind of meets where the stem is. So there's 1. Again, you guys, I mentioned that the set is gone in English, but if you still like the focal images enough and you want it, you could get it in French, I think. As of yesterday, I think it was still there. So there's 3, 4, and then 5. And then there's a little baby set of leaves that are so adorable. Okay. I don't know if I left enough room for all of, oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so where do I have these guys? I want to see what I did on the inside of this. Okay, I put them right in the middle. So we'll do the same thing. So, right there. It's so cute. Is that not an adorable little flower? So there's not only that flower in here though. You might like that there's this flower too, which is super cute. And then there's this little guy, and there's a heart, and there's that little one. So cute. There's also a punch that went with this stamp set. This was, I believe, a suite, if I'm not mistaken. It was a suite in the annual catalog. So there's 2. And there's 3. Oh, it's so cute. Misty Moonlight. My mom's favorite was the Misty Moonlight. There's 4. And then 5. Yay. Okay. So if you wanted to do a sentiment, you would do that at this point too. You guys, sometimes you think your ink pads are closed, but they're not. Sometimes you got to snap them shut, just so you know that they don't always just close so easily. So if you wanted to stamp sentiments now, you could. I'm not going to because I'm leaving them thank you. So you would stamp a sentiment. I generally go up here. If you don't like to write a lot, stamp here, and then you just got to sign your name. But if you do like to write a little love note, I always tell people stamp up here a little bit closer to the top. All right, I think we've got our stamping done. So let's put that away, and we can take all of our card bases and we can fold them on the score line. Grab your bone folder. Now, it's super important to make sure that we don't glue our tops on and make upside down cards. We call those trick cards. They're fine. You give them to the special people in your life that get a good laugh. You don't go ahead and try to redo them, because there are people that do enjoy trick cards. I will tell you that. So let's just take all 5 of these. We're going to score them. So as I'm folding them on the score line, I'm trying to make sure my corners get lined up nicely. All right. So that's all the scoring. So we got 5. Oh man, that one's, oh, hang on. We gotta get them the right way. That's so important, you guys. Let's make sure they're all, look at that. Isn't that cool? It's like a little rainbow. All right. Whew. What we can do next is, you guys know I love Brenda Lee. I don't mail card kits to Canada. I am so sorry. I don't do international at the moment. I don't know if in the future I will or not, but at the moment I have enough to keep my hands full and my my hive busy with what I've got going on in the United States. So you guys, I love to get glue happy. And so I'll be honest with you, I'm going to take all of these and put glue on the back at the same time. So if I'm opening up this glue bottle, I'm gonna maximize opening it up. Oh. So and the trick then is not to get these into anything that will cause harm to the paper. So we had here, this one was our vanilla one. So just know all the base, like the mats for these are just jade, except for one, which is one of the pink flowers, will need to be on a pink base. So there's one. And then we gotta make sure we find a pink flower next. Let's see if it's this one. Oh, look at that. So a pink flower with a pink mat. Oh, thanks, Brenda, I appreciate that. I do sell my PDF tutorials in my online store. So generally I do. Like this class, I don't know if I will, but if anybody, just know anytime I do an online class, if it's not in my online store, then you could always reach out to me and ask for it, and I would just be able to email it, and payment can always be sent electronically, like via PayPal or some other form. So that one went with this guy. I generally put certain card classes in my online store, like PDF tutorials, always my sweet classes, and ink, paper, scissors generally go into the online store. So that one goes there, and then this must be a yellow flower. Perfect. So that was good. We got that done. By the time I get to this last one, it's kind of sticky and tacky already. All right, so that's good to go. Now, let's take these guys. You got 5 of them. And just remember, a vanilla one goes with a green one. What we need to do, so these are the same. Hi, Mitzi Stanley from Ohio. Better late than never. Hi, Pauline. You guys, these are the same size, and I did have somebody ask me this in class the other night, well, how do you get it to look like that? So whenever you have a tag or a label and they're the same size, what you need to do is just cut these in half, vertically, horizontally. So I liked mine showing out the edge like this, right? But if you want it, you could cut it horizontally and have some on the top and some on the bottom. You could even cut it diagonally and have some up there and some down here. It's basically however you want to see it. So you have options. They're your cards. However you make them is perfectly fine by me. But I'm just going to cut all of these in half. Yeah, isn't that cool? You always get a border around in some fashion. So now what I'm going to do, you guys know I like me and my gluing. So we're going to do little prep work and put glue on these. I'm not going too close to the left or the right though. And as I go on here, I kind of slide the glue this way, so I got a little bit glue closer to the edge of the vanilla. So there's one. And then again, I'm kind of putting my vanilla on it and sliding it as I go, and that will help get glue spread. All right, so there's 2. So that one goes over here. This one, okay, pink goes on green, green goes on pink. Okay, just want to make sure I get these right. So, whoa, almost lost that guy. So pink one goes here. Just give it a little warm pressure. It'll help the adhesive stick a little bit better. And this guy slides right there. All right, so that one is with the green. Yep, right there. All right, so, no, I did that wrong. That goes over there. Oh, I don't know. Yes, wait, this goes here. Okay, wait. I'm getting confused. This is this one. Okay, man, right. Gotta keep things straight here. So this green one, I definitely know that that's a blue one. So, oh, and I lost my little squiggles going on here. Hi, Mary Jean. All right, I might have had a little more glue, would have been a little more successful here, but let's get that straightened out while we still can. With glue, you have wiggle room. So there's that one. Pink is with green, so let's grab that. The green is pink, which is the green background. Okay, I got it right now. All right, so we're gonna pick this guy up, get him twisted just right. I'm just eyeballing it just to see, like, a little bit of green on both sides. There's that one. And the last one here can go here. And, oh, my glue is almost dried at this point, so gotta make sure I get that on there. I love the purple heart, Mary Jean. Thanks. All right, so now we got all of our tags done. Boom. All right, what's next? Let's get glue happy again. So now we're going to take, isn't it funny that both sides of these are pretty much identical? When you have painted texture, there's really no top or bottom to it. I'd never found a top or bottom. So we're going to grab all of these and we're going to flip them all. Flip them however you want, but we're going to glue one side of them. All right, so there's that one. We just have to make sure we keep our cinnamon cider one with our vanilla base. So we're going to do a little glue happiness. I might only do 3 because by the time I get to that third one, my glue, nah, we're going to go for it. Go for the gold, right? Hi, Heather Brenner. All right, so there you go. Now, these get, so pink one can go with a pink flower, right? So it's important you need to check your innards so we get it straight, or correct, I should say. Okay, this one is a yellow one. A yellow one gets this yellow. And make them the right way. Blue is blue, that's easy. And the blue, this misty moonlight with the jade and the silver is so pretty. All right, pink is with green. And isn't this fun doing 5 cards that are the same? It's so easy. All right, and then our cider licious went on the vanilla. All right, progress. We're gonna save this one aside. Great way to relax while you're after spending the grid with hubby in the rehab. Perfect, Linda. I'm happy that you can relax a little bit now. All right, so now we're gonna set this guy off to the side. He's a little different because he has vanilla on the side. So what we're gonna do is, this is what we figured out was the easiest thing to do with these cards. So once you have your silver cut, you're just gonna set it on the card like this. And again, like mine's crooked, it's okay. It doesn't have to be, I can see that mine's going crooked, it's all right. You just, and if it's a little shorter, a little long, just, you're gonna give it haircut if you need to, but you're just gonna set those on here. And the trick that we learned the other night, Dawn Funk, I think, said this. Oh, here's the other thing, you guys. The designer series paper has different designs. All of them are gonna be different. I have no idea who got what, but just so you know, some are diamonds. All right, diamonds are forever. Okay, so diamonds. Some are these looking things, whatever they are. Then there's also some that are stripy with dots, and there are some with whatever the circlies are, ish. There's like whatever they are. So pick what you like best. Just know that those are you. Each one you get 2 options. You pick what you like. If you like the diamondies or those, I'm gonna go with the diamonds. So, Doris, what are you asking about? Wonder where they went. I'm not sure what you're asking. So put a little bit of liquid glue. You guys, I'm only doing one at a time here because this is going to take a little bit. So these are 4 inches by 1 inch. And the trick with this was to put this down right over the top of the silver mesh, okay? Just put it right on there. It'll help secure the mesh because it's really hard. Wondered where that ribbon went. So Doris, you had you had about 22 inches. I personally checked everybody's before I put it in the package. It's got to be there somewhere. It's long. It's not in each of your kits. It was folded up in half and then in quarters, and it was between your card kits, okay? So you guys, this is what we're doing. It's really hard to glue this mesh down because if you put tape or anything back there, it's going to come right through it, okay? So we're going to glue, and that's going to help secure that for the moment. We're going to do the same thing with this one. It's just off to the left-hand side. So grab this one. Now, what do you like? Okay, so some of you guys might have gotten your lines going that way. If you like that, great. Otherwise, flip it over and you get that one. I'm going to cover this side up. If you, Doris, if you can't find your ribbon after you've said a little prayer to St. Anthony, my mom always says when you're missing something, you say that prayer. Ask him where it is. It usually turns up, but if for some reason you don't, I can always throw some mesh ribbon in with like your next package that I have going out to you, okay? No worries, like unless you have it at home and you can use your own. We make do or we make right, whichever you need. Yeah, Linda Hall said it was in between the envelopes, and that's exactly where I had it. It's not in each specific card kit. All right, I gave my mom a little break by having her cut one piece times 48 versus 4 times 48. All right, so here you guys can pick what you want. I'll pick the little lines this time. Little glue right over the top of our mesh. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. I do want to make sure it's straight. That's kind of important to me. And I am trying to make sure that the left edge here kind of lines up nice. If you press on it really nicely with your fingers, you kind of have heat from your fingers. Oh, you don't, this is where you put it on the card. The mesh ribbon is way on the left-hand side on the 4 cards, just like this. That's where you're gonna put the mesh ribbon. I'm happy that you have your mesh ribbon. That makes me happy. It really does. Oh man. Okay, so then here, what do you wanna do? Oh, I'll go with the diamonds. All right, so this will go here. We're gonna stick that down. You gotta be careful that your ribbon doesn't move on you as you do this. But back to the glue. You have heat in your fingertips, and I generally try to press that on here. And I'm glad you can see it now, Doris. That makes me happy. So you should have all the silver ribbons on these 4 cards, okay? So next thing, we can flip. Oh, this one's different, you guys. This one, the vanilla lace ribbon will go behind. I'm going to set it with it. It will go behind here. It was just a little different. Had to change it up just slightly, but because that is a little different, there's nothing you need to do with mesh ribbon. So this will just get put on to your card base like this. No ribbon underneath. Okay, so those are all done. Now what we can do is prep with dimension. Oh, nope, hang on. We got to do this guy. We're going to do this ribbon next. So you guys should have about 4.5 inches of that vanilla lace ribbon. And what I did is grab my tear and tape, put that along the edge. And I do want to make sure it goes all the way to the end. Otherwise the ribbon, and don't worry, if you go over, if you ever go over with your tear and tape, instead of getting your scissors out, just roll it back like that. And then you don't ever have to cut that off. And then what I do is I set this down here. Yeah, Lynn, the mesh was so cool to add. And you know why the mesh happened? I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. My mom cuts all my ribbon for me. She's a seamstress. She loves sewing, and she taught home economics back in the day. And this catches your tear and tape just like that. It's super cool. So she cuts all my ribbon for me, and so I'll get everything numbered. I need 48 times 5 inches of this one, or 48 of 9 inches of this one. Well, she accidentally cut like 48 or 60 extra of the silver mesh, right? Which, fine, it's no big deal. It's just ribbon at the end of the day. It's not like nobody spilt milk on your cards or anything, but I had all this extra, I can't use paper scissors. I had all this, thank you, Mitzi. I had all this extra mesh ribbon. And so the thing is, when that happens, you know what you do? You design a card that uses mesh ribbon. And I wasn't certain if the mesh ribbon was carrying over or not. So I'm like, well, we're going to use it on one last hoorah before the catalog retires, but it got carried over. But in the interim, all those 48 pieces, I used those on the in-person classes, so the people in person had theirs cut up already. So isn't that exciting? We got to use up all the mesh ribbon. So same thing happened with the red ribbon, you guys. So another little secret, she accidentally cut like 56 extra of 5 inches of the red ribbon. And so you know what happened? Chris and I were designing cards one day and we're like, well, we got to use up this red ribbon. So we not only designed one card with red ribbon for the June monthly, we designed 2 cards with the red ribbon. And by golly, we used up those extra red ribbon pieces, no problem with that. So that's what happens. It's no point in getting upset or crying about stuff, right? You go with it, you roll with the punches, right? And so that's why you guys sometimes end up with certain things. All right. So I am using dimensionals on the back of these mats, and I will tell you, using little dimensionals makes me struggle. So we're gonna see if we're gonna find the big ones here. Hang on, they're in this one. We're gonna use big dimensionals for this. Oh, Judy Bobo, you had a nice warm day. That's awesome. So happy to hear that. You guys, the struggle is real with those little dimensionals sometimes. I use 9 of them there, and what I would do is use 6 here. So yeah, they're smaller, but I end up using more. So smaller isn't always better, right? So, and my fingers have gotten that over time. I like the size of these. They're easier to maneuver around. So we're going to be doing all of these things with dimensionals, you guys. So we're gonna just get dimensional happy, I guess you could say. So we're just gonna put 2 of them on the backs of our little tags here. And do these, and we're gonna do false swoops, and we're gonna go in and take the backs off, all of them at the same time. So you guys, this is what it's like with an assembly line, kind of making cards. When you have all the same pattern, if you do swap cards, this is kind of how I would do swap cards. You do everything the same at one time. Just helps with the process flow. All right, and one more, una más. There we go. All right, so now you guys, if you have a fingernail or a thumbnail to grab those off, that really helps. One of the things that also helps is if you have a pick tool, you could take your pick tool, and I go more on the side, and then if you dig down a little bit, it kind of picks off that paper backing too, just so you know. That's a little trick too, but I am not as efficient with the pick tool as my thumbnail because I have a thumbnail. But in case you don't have nails, the worst thing that you can do is try to pick something like this and then it cuts underneath your nail bed. Causing pain and suffering is not good in card making. All right, so we're gonna set that over there. You gotta be very careful, guys. You do not want these touching each other. Once you got the stuff off, you don't want them on top of each other. All right. And let's see here. I know that one's gonna go there. Yellow. Yellow goes with this one. Now, by having the dimensionals here along the left, that's also gonna provide extra sticky downness for the mesh. So no extra adhesive needed for the mesh. And I'm putting it more to the right because I want to see a little of that sparkling silver come out. Something like that. All right, so there's one. And he goes over there. Thank you. Yellow. Let's just see real quick. I think that, yep. So I've got this right along the bottom edge here. So something like that. Okay, so he's done. Pink. Let's see what we got here. Pink, nice. So this one's gonna go next. Again, closer to the right edge. Now, that's this one. It has a green background, so this one's gonna go here. Got it right there. And then blue, all right. Blue, 42. He's going to go right there. In this case, I'm looking at where my lines are here, and I'm either gonna see that or I'm gonna go below it, right? So I'm trying to see what looks best, and that's why I'm kind of hovering over this to see what I like. I'm gonna do that. That must go, oh man, did I mess these up? Hang on. I think that this one needs to go here. Let's get you off of there and get you there. I think this one needed to go here, and this one goes there. This one must go. So the one with the pink ink needs to go on this one. Okay, I don't know if you guys caught it. I kind of messed that up. Nothing you can't fix. This one then is the green with the pink with the pink. Okay, so we're gonna put that guy right there. A little pink action there. And then we have the vanilla. So that's gonna go right there. Little green label right about there. You guys, it's kind of like about it, except for embellishing and Stella-ing. So what would you Stella? So you could definitely Stella these edges to glitter them up. You could Stella your border. I'm a little hesitant to Stella my flower, only because I don't, sometimes when you Stella things with, I have rubbing alcohol in here, it makes it look kind of bleed and wash a little bit. So I think that I'm gonna stick it safe here and just do my edges. The other thing you can do is the designer paper. You could definitely go to town on that. Hi, Dar McCarthy. You could Stella up your designer paper without worrying about that. So fun and happy. Yes, you got that right, Lynn. These are good. If anybody's seeing these cards right now and you missed out on signing up, just know I do have 8 sets of cards left. This class was free with a minimum $40 purchase using my current host code, or you could buy it too. It was 5 cards. I think I had this one at $25 if you need it mailed. It's $20 if you do porch pickup. So if you're local and you just want to get the card kits, you can totally improvise and do whatever you want on your inside. We talked about it, that you could do Daffodil Daydream is what Jeannie Parker used, which is cool. So yeah, add the little Stella. Now, fun part, the best part I always like is the blinging it up. So if you got 2 big ones and a small one, I would put whatever you got 2 of. I would do the double of it here and then do the 2 different sizes on the corner. I did, and you can mix and match however you want to, guys. I did keep my gems matching my cardstock color. So like yellow, they call me mellow yellow. I have 2 big ones and a small one. Sounds like a personal problem, but I put my big one then, and I went at diamonds, like, you know, not squares. So I've got this. So I kept my, you got to be very careful. If you pick that little gem off of there and the glue doesn't come off, you got to stick it right back on here. Hi, Marsha Long from Texas. You got to get that glue to stick to your gem, right? If you don't get it, then you're going to have to figure out a different way to attach it. So I'm going to put that guy there. All right, so we got 1 done. And then we're going to do blue next. So we got this one. Let's grab. So you almost got to dig your nail underneath to get that glue. All right, and then I have 2 big ones here. This card, I had 2 big ones. I have another set that had the small ones in my middles, but they look good either way. Patsy likes my sense of humor. I try to make you guys laugh a little bit, right? That's what it's all about. Mary Gunn would say, have fun. And you guys, Mary Gunn is live right now. I bet that's where a bunch of you are going to head off to watch Craft Roulette tonight. I did Craft Roulette with her last week, and we had a lot of fun. So, all right, so I'm putting that brown in the middle. I see that I am missing a brown one, so I'm gonna have to figure out, I have somebody left one on in class. Somebody always leaves something on the table. Somebody left a little yellow one on my table, so I can go salvage a yellow one later. So this is Pinky-licious. So we're gonna put, So you guys, when I can, I try to give you your embellishments on a long strip as much as possible, or include them all together. Like for Let's Just Stamp that's coming up in a couple weeks, each card had stones on it. So instead of cutting you 3 stones in each card kit, I just put all 9 stones in one set. That seems to work good. So, so this one goes here. I didn't leave a lot of room over there. So it depends on how you guys end up putting yours together. Where you put your gems is completely your prerogative. So I got one last guy here. If you're wondering what's coming up next week, you guys, so tomorrow's the MS benefit. I will be live in the morning at between like 8:20 and 8:30, showing you guys all what the raffle baskets are all about. Sunday, I have my catalog launch party class in person, where I showed you the cards earlier. Monday night is, I have a free Monday night. You guys, there's no class on Monday at all, period. I'm going to be using it to get things straightened out for the week. But then Tuesday, we'll have Tip Tuesday. And then Thursday, Callie will do a technique. But then these are what's coming up Thursday. You guys, I had to do a little flippy floppy with this class and the catalog launch party. So these are what's coming up next Thursday. This is the May monthly class featuring Grassy Groves. All you need is a sentiment. The Let's Set Sail. You need some sailing stuff or something for your little square. And then this one is the Hedgehog. So, and he's already punched out for you. You just need something to put on this white piece to kind of go with your hedgehog. So those are next week. I do have like 3 or 4 sets left of that. I think I have 3 or 4 left of the Let's Just Stamp. So if anybody isn't signed up for something yet and they need to, make sure you get on the horn and let me know so I don't have to tell you no. All right, so you guys here, this is what we got. We did it. Look at that, you guys. It's only an hour and 16 minutes. So that means it's 6:48. I told Tyler I thought I'd be done around 7 o'clock. And he's like, no, you won't. I'm like, yes, I think I will be on a Friday night. Wouldn't that be awesome? He's like, it's always longer. I'm like, no, it's not. So, all right. So you can tell, I was so excited. The silver mesh just makes these cards glisten. You don't have to worry, like if you're worried that this is loose over here, it's really not. This dimensional is holding this down over here. You do want to be careful putting these into and out of envelopes. This one was a little off because I thought cinnamon cider and the jade just didn't look right with the silver. So that's why we brought the vanilla in. So, and then we've got some pretty insides to match them too. This was my favorite, you guys. If I had to pick one, I would definitely pick this Misty Moonlight one. I do like the Just Jade. I think that was my second favorite. You know, that guy's so cool. And then yellow. So I like the cards actually in the order that I like the colors. So, oh, hi, Ann Adams. You guys think they're beautiful. Yay. So these were fun. It's like this class, the In Color Retirement class, and my catalog launch party for the annual catalog. So these cards, I generally always do 5, and then I represent each of the in colors. And so what's cool about this one is when Chris and I worked on these together, we pulled out the color coaching charts, and we found the complementary color that goes with Parakeet Party, which is Night of Navy, and with Tahitian Tide is Granny Apple. With Orchid Oasis, we matched it with Flirty Flamingo, and then with Starry Night was Mango, and with Sweet Sorbet was Pool Party. So we had a little bit of thought that went into these with color patterns or color schematics. So, all right. So you guys like the cards. Yay. Woohoo. Okay. So look at that for a nice, easy class. So you guys, when you find a pattern or a style that you like, do not hesitate to make it in all different colors and make extra so that you have a little stockpile. What I find is that to make one card is really hard for people. So if you're going to spend the time making a card and designing a card, make a few. And I always think a good number quantity is 4. That should be a Tip Tuesday. 4 is a good quantity because when you have 4 mats in a piece of paper, right? So you have 4 mats that are like a 4 by 5 1/4. You get 4 out of a 8.5 by 11, and then you use 2 pieces for your base because that gives you 4, right? And so I always do things in multiples of 4. Even when I'm forecasting, if I'm going to do 60, I'll do 64, or I'll do 68, or I'll do 72, or I'll do 48. I always do it divisible by 4 because I am not ever going to divide it by 3 when you can get 4 out of a mat or out of a cardstock. So yeah, they all look so great together. Okay, so I have the flowering fields that we're going to give away here. Also, we are going to quickly write numbers down for, oh, here's my pen over here. I have to just, you're going to see my head for a second. I have to mark down who placed orders to get the class for free. So what happens is I do a door prize for somebody who placed an order to get the class for free, because orders help me build host credit. And when I have host credit, that's what I use to buy my supplies. And sometimes I get extra supplies at the end of the catalog, and then I like to give them away if I can. So, and I generally do. So we're at 6 and 7. Lynn ordered as well. Carla did. And Mary, no. To Jamie Collins, you ordered. So that's you're number 10. Jean Maxwell did as well. Karen Cotton. Okay, Amy, you did. So we're at 11. Janet did. Hang on, I'm almost to the end. So that's 12. And Latokia, you did. 13. You'll be 13. And I think that's it. Okay, so I had 13 people, you guys, that placed orders to get the class for free. And I'm happy to announce that my cell phone is in good standing. So we're going to flip the camera down and we'll pull up a random number generator and see what we can do. So I'll go here, and it always is on Stampin' Up, you guys. So random. Let's see how to spell today. All right, so maybe I don't want to do that. I'm just going to type random. Take the www off. All right, so we had, I said, the Tokyo was number 13. So we're going to do 13, and when I hit generate, it's going to tell me a number. Number 2, my favorite number, Mo Stites. Okay, Mo, you were number 2, the second person to place an order. So Mo, you get a door prize for me. And what happens with the door prize is it will be mailed to you when you get your next card class from me. That's how I generally do that. And I'm so excited to announce, Mo, that you're signed up. Oh, man. I thought you were signed up for the Kellogg launch party, but you were signed up for tonight's class. I tricked myself into thinking something I didn't. It's not right. So Mo, I will hold on to your door prize until you get your next card class from me, which I know you generally always are getting card classes. So all good there. So now I got to find you guys again because I lost you to do that, and it's back. There we are. Okay, so congratulations to Mo. All right, so now I have the Flowering Fields cards, and I am so excited, you guys. These are some of my favorite cards that I've done. Like, I like a lot of my cards, right? I should, right? But these were, I love flowers, and I love tulips, and I love this windmill, and oh my goodness, that's so good. So I believe the windmill dies are not carrying over, but the flowering tulips is. So if you are wanting these, you better get these dies before they're gone. They go through June 30th or while supplies last. So these are the cards we made last week, Thursday, you guys. So this one was a fun little easel. So if you missed that, you can go back and watch it. This was a little flipper outer and then a flipper upper. So that's super cool. And then our, yay, look at it. It's like a card you can play with. So, yep, the blades go round and round like a record. All right, so drum roll. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We have Teresa Horning. H-O-R-N-I-G. Horning, Teresa. You won this pretty poppy card. Poppy Parade and Melon Mama with the tulips. Da-da-da! Drum roll. Karen Wetstein, your name was drawn for this card, you lucky lady. I like this one a lot because of the purples and the greens. Oh, Mo is composing her email for the next upcoming classes. I was waiting for that. Okay, perfect. All right, so this guy, we got to get our little bow to stick down here a little bit better. All right, drum roll. This card goes to Linda Rios. Your name was in the comments a lot, so you had a good odds last week of getting a card. I'm pretty certain that's how that happened. So congratulations, you won this beautiful card. And last but certainly not least, this card goes to none other than Miss Diane Bogenhagen. Woohoo, Diane! The marinator is what we call Diane because she always marinates her stamps and her ink so that they get the best imagery. So yay! Perfect. Karen got her favorite color. So this was a phenomenal class, you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed making these cards with you last week. If you missed the video, again, all you guys have to do if you ever want to watch any of these videos, Facebook did some changes. So in my cell phone now, I have to click on photos and videos. But if you're in your tablet or your computer, you might not have to do that. I think you can see videos as a section, but all these videos are always in here. So you can go back and check anytime you want past videos. A trick that I like to show people is if you're not certain, sometimes you can't find things, right? But a trick that I tell people is if you go to my website, right? So www.cardsbycrispy.com. And you know I did a class, let's say last year I said I did a Beauty of the Earth class in June. We're going to test this. So if you go to my events and you go to my events calendar, you can toggle. Let's use Painted Christmas, for example. And that might be a little more recent. You're in my events calendar and you can toggle back to December or November. Let's say you don't know exactly when the class was. You toggle back and you click on these. Oh, Mary Snowflakes was there. Let's go back to November, Painted Christmas. So you can kind of see the online. All my online classes are generally on Thursdays, some are on Fridays. But when you click on this, I always put the Facebook link for the video and the YouTube link. And all you have to do is copy that and paste it into your browser. And in more recent times, you guys, I got a little smarter. And in recent times, I actually put a link that all you have to do is click here. And when you click here, you can open it up and it takes you right to Facebook. And there's the Fun Folds class. So I tried to make it as easy as possible for you guys to find videos that you're looking for from me. I mean, you can ultimately go into Facebook and do the search function, but whatever they did last week or 2 weeks ago messed things up crazy for me. I can't search like I used to search. Like it doesn't come up as easy. So just know that anytime I did an online Facebook Live class, the YouTube link and the Facebook link are always in the event on my events calendar, right? Within the description, the first thing at the top. So and generally, I always follow up with an email as well with links. So if you're in my email group, you usually will get an email from me between 1 and 3 days after the class with those links too. And so what people have told me they do is they created a folder and they called it Cards by Christine, and they will store my emails in there. So then they can always search in there very easily. So you guys, I try to make it as easy as possible for you to find the things without having to hunt and search for and waste time. Like that's the last thing you want to do is look for stuff forever. You want to have it right at your fingertips, right? What else? I don't know. I think that was a little thing that I've been meaning to tell you guys too in case you missed it. So replays are always available forever. So if I have ever done an online Facebook Live class, you guys know you can always catch the replay in Facebook or YouTube. I've been doing that since March of 2020. So going over 2 years of videos. There's lots of them. And Tip Tuesdays and the Technique Thursdays have been going on pretty much since then too. So wonderful stuff, you guys. Lots of stuff to share with you. All right. I always look around and I ask myself and I ask you, what did I forget? Just a reminder, with the catalog retiring, the hand pen memories and more class, I'm planning for 30, and I had a couple people that had backed out, so I was planning on them. And if anybody is still interested in there, I think I have 2 spots open now at this point. So the hand pen memories and more is going to be very similar to the Heart and Home. And once those 2 are gone and like taken, like if they're accounted for, I can't get more after the catalog is done. So if anybody was on the fence about the hand pen memories and more class, please let me know so I can get you on the list. Thanks, Linda Hall. The light, you guys, like, look, it's still light out. If you look out here, look at that. You can look out my windows. There's light. It's not dark. Isn't that exciting? So, yay. I love it when I finish and it's still light out. That's always a good thing. So, all right, you guys. I think that's it. If I forgot anything, we'll figure it out the next time. So you guys have a good rest of your evening as well. Lots of sunshine, love, and hugs to you. Be watching for tomorrow morning. If you're interested in getting in on the raffle for the MS benefit, we would greatly appreciate any support that anybody wants to give. And we'll always figure out the shipping part of it later. So, all right. You guys had fun. Yay. All right. Love you guys. We'll see you later. Happy Friday night. Happy weekend. Bye.